Okay, guys, here. First of all, hey, I want to apologize. The last video I did, we had some audio issues where it was going up and going down and going up and going down. Um, I think it was the program fighting for a signal from this mic, and I had it in a position which was up, and there was a background source, audio source, which is a bigger screen over there. So I look at this screen, but there's a bigger screen up over there where I see everything. So anyway, anyway, I'm really sorry about the audio issue. So anyway, here's the point of today's video. I need to establish a record, just like you would in a court of law if you're going to go into court and you wanted to preserve evidence. Okay, so I want to preserve some evidence because today something happened, and the Lord told me that I need to do a testimony on how He confirmed the tip of the spear. And a lot of times what I do is I just bust out my camera right away and I start making a video right when it's happening. Y'all have probably seen many of those instances where when I'm having like this communication or download, I'll just get my phone out and just document it. I documented it. So let me show you something here. Let's see. Let's see. It says today 12:05 p.m. You see the sign that says Spears? Okay. I'm going to give you guys a testimony tomorrow, 12:06 p.m. You see a sign that says Spears in a different location. Okay, here we go. I'm just documenting 12:09 p.m. A sign that says Spears in a different location. 12:12 p.m. A sign that says Spears in a different location. And then I just took that's 12:12. Gotta zoom in so you can see it. And then today at 1:47 p.m. So shortly after that, I wanted y'all to see what you're looking at. You're looking at the tip of a spear. What's so crazy about this is the testimony you're going to get tomorrow. And this is from a friend of mine, Billy, and the testimony is what's going to blow your mind. Zoom in, and the words tip of the spear is on the paperweight. So watch this. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to zoom in, and you guys can see it says tip of the spear written on that spear. Now listen, I'm going to show you one other picture. I'm establishing a court record just like I was going to court. Let me make sure there's no let me turn this thing sideways. Okay. So here is a screenshot I took today at 2:12 p.m. and it says Bill Skywalker, okay? And it's red, so I missed a phone call at 12:48 p.m. So during the time that I was taking those pictures, I missed a phone call. Well, shortly after that, because that picture was 12:12, and then I have a text message from 1:47, and that text message was me, or the phone call, returning that phone call. So I returned that phone call, and there's my return of the phone call at 12:51. So I'm establishing a record because what I'm about to show y'all is just so unbelievable. I mean, it's so crazy. And the timing is like, it's like something out of a movie. It's just like, it's so crazy. But I wanted to establish that today I showed you all those images. I showed you the times. See it, there it is. So I'm giving you guys, you know, the empirical data right now. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to drive back over to where all this happened, and I'm going to pull out my cell phone and I'm going to say, okay, I was right here when I was praying with Kat. Because I was on the phone praying with Kat. I was like, Lord, please, help me deliver this tip of the spear video in the way you want it delivered because you keep giving me so much data. It's like, and I was telling Kat, I was like, Kat, I got so much data, I don't know where to start. I mean, I have so much stuff, like Niagara waterfall, just of data. I'm like, oh my Lord. And so I was praying with Kat on the phone. And while I was praying with her, I'm driving my truck and we're praying together. I said, I need someone to pray with me. I like to pray sometimes with a witness because where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. And so, I mean, I believe in the words of the Bible are exactly 100% true. And so I'll call someone and say, let's pray together. The power of two and a cord of three cannot be broken. And so, I called Kat and I started praying with her. And I said, Lord, please give me the wisdom I need on how to deliver your information that you've given me to these people that are waiting for this because there's so much. I'm like, I could do like a 3 hour video, just lining up all the data points there. It's unbelievable stuff. And I was like, how do I do this? And so that was the prayer with Kat on the phone. And so I'm driving my car and Kat and I are praying and I'm like, Lord, could you show me how to do this? And then I hear clear as a bell. Like while I'm on the phone with Kat, and I even told Kat, I said, I hear the Lord telling me that you need to do it like you're delivering a present to someone, like a box that's got many items in the box. And so I'm like, wow, that's weird. Okay, the Bible says, my sheep hear my voice. And guys, it was the Lord's voice that told me to come in at a 45-degree angle to the Vatican, that he wanted to show me something. And boy, did he show me something, didn't he? He showed me the whole damn building's a snake. And then it took off from there. That's where all the Vatican stuff, exploded. So anyway, so while I'm on the phone with Kat, while I'm praying, and I'm saying, Lord, help me deliver this in a way that has wisdom, your wisdom to these people that are waiting to understand what's about to happen, that Donald Trump's the tip of the spear. So while I'm in the middle of that, discourse, I hear clear as a bell, deliver it like you would a present to someone that's got many items in a box. Some people will open the box and what's on top will make the biggest impact to them. And some people will like take the items out of the box and they will search through the items and one item will make more of an impact on one individual than it will on another. And on another individual, it may be the very last thing that they see in the box. But the way to do it is to take all the same items and repackage them in the box and give the box away again and again with the same items in it arranged differently for different people and the way people perceive things. I'm like, wow, that's weird. And so I was like, wow, that's what I hear the Lord saying. And so then, while I'm sitting there like going, wow, this is what I hear the Lord saying. Right then, Kat and I are praying, and I'm like, let's just ask and, maybe let's cast a lot and ask the Lord just to show me. And so I turn the corner onto the street called Nacogdoches and I take a right onto Nacogdoches. And as soon as I take a right, all those signs I showed you that say spear, all those signs that say spears, they were just all right in front of me because when I turned the corner, they had just put out all these political advertisements for someone running for office named Spears. And it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they were just, I was just like, what? That's crazy. And so, I was like, that is the craziest thing. I mean, I'm literally hearing the Lord say, don't deliver the tip of the spear video just one time. Do it multiple times and arrange it differently, arrange your data differently. Like you're unpacking a box of data and you unpack that box in a different way every time. He's like, that's how you should do it. So people can unpack the data in a different way, and it will resonate with some people one way differently than it will with others another way. And that is very wise. I'm like, that's true. A lot of people perceive things, you know, perception versus reality and delivery of information, maybe what triggers their mind to remember something that they've shown, like, the self cannibalization thing. Maybe, they see a particular image that grabs them right there and they go, oh, wow, I get it. Somebody else sees some other part of the information that's been packaged in the box and it's delivered at a certain point and that gets them to understand. So there's a lot of wisdom in that. And so to turn the corner and see spear, 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 I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that is nuts. Well, I showed you, I missed a call right after. So right after seeing all these signs, I missed a phone call from a friend of mine named Billy, and I have him listed as Billy Skywalker. It's not his real last name, but anyway, that's how I have him listed. And so I get a call from Billy, and I call him up, and I'm like, "Hey, Billy, listen, I'm sorry I missed your call." And Billy said, "I didn't call you, Johnny." And I don't talk to Billy that often, once every 4 or 5 months, maybe, if that. And so anyway, so I said, "You didn't call me." I said, "Billy, my phone says you called me, and you called me at 12:48 p.m." And Billy kind of chuckled. He's like, huh, "That's wild." Well, yeah, I was thinking about you, but I didn't call you. And I'm like, "My phone said you did." And he's like, "Well, yeah, that's weird." And he said, "So what? So what's going on?" And I said, I'm just trying to figure out how to deliver. I got all this Donald Trump stuff I got to deliver, and there's so much of it. I don't. It's hard for me to figure out how to deliver all these different data points that interconnect. There's so many of them. It's crazy." And Billy's like, "Wow, you know what? I'm sitting here right here on my desk. I have this thing. Billy was in the Marines, and he said, I have this spear tip sitting right here on my desk by me, and I got it when I was in the Marines." And he said, "Man, you would not believe what it took to get this thing." And I said, "Yeah, well, it says tip of the spear on it." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Did you just say it says tip of the spear?" And let's see, let me roll it over sideways. Let's see if I do. Oh, wait, you know what? I'll see if it'll stay like that. There it is. It says tip of the spear. There it is, tip of the spear on the actual. So I'm on the phone with Billy, and I'm like, "What? You're sitting there, and you have what, a tip of an actual spearhead?" He's like, "Yeah, I got it when I was in the Marines." And I'm like, "What?" And don't forget, he didn't call me. I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "You're joking." I said, "Dude, send me a picture." So he sent me a picture of it. There it is. And he sent that picture to me at, he texted it to me at 1:47 p.m. You can see it right there. He said, "Zoom in the words, the tip of the spear is on the paperweight." And so I just zoomed in for you guys. And I was just like, that is absolutely insane. Okay, well, then, to make things more insane, I went in my living room and living dining room area, and I sat down. That's my table, and I sat down and I opened that Bible that's on the table right there. And when I opened that Bible, it opened up to, I think it's Chronicles. Yeah, Chronicles 11. But look at what the heck I was on the. He said to all Israel, "Make him according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel, and the number of mighty men whom David and Jeshoram, the son of Hachmonite, chief of the captains, he had lifted up his spear against the 300 killed by him at one time. And I'm sitting there just going like, just like total brain explosion. I hear the Lord saying, Donald Trump's the tip of the spear. And I'm like, boy, did I get my confirmation. So anyway, I was just like, I mean, what do you do with that? So anyway, so I'm showing you all the data points. I'm proving to you right now that this happened today. I photographed it today. Let's see. This will have a timestamp on it. There it is. 2:54 p.m. And by the way, I just opened the Bible. I said, Lord, is there anything you want to show me? I'm just going to open this Bible. Show me what you want me to see. And that's what I opened up to. Yeah, I mean, y'all understand like the odds of all this in one day is during that prayer with Kat and then a phone call where Billy didn't call me, but my phone said he did. And then I called him up. Now here's a really crazy part. If that wasn't crazy enough. So here's the really crazy part. So I said, Billy, that is just insane. And I said, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to deliver this stuff. And I was praying with Kat, and the Lord told me, deliver it in like you would a box that's a present where you put many things in, and then let it be unpacked in a different way, and just deliver the same box of goods but arranged differently. That way, for different people's minds, they perceive differently, and it will help everybody perceive the cumulative sum of the data. And Billy goes, yeah, wow, that reminds me of a story. And he had some place he was working, or a group of guys he was working with, and they had some guy that was part of that group. And Billy said, yeah, we got this really big box. And so I'm on the phone talking to Billy like this, yeah. And he's like, yeah, we got this really big box. And what we did is we put a box inside of a box inside of a box. And, and we carried it in like it was real heavy. And we set it down in front of my buddy. And, and he started opening it, and he'd get to one and he'd go, okay, what's this? And, it looked like there was something that was in that box. And then he got to the middle, so he goes through box after box after box after box. And then he gets to the one, he's like, oh, wow, it's a coffee maker. Yay, thanks, guys. And so he thought that they had bought him a coffee maker. And so then he opens the coffee maker. And when he opens the coffee maker, there was a smaller box, and it was a watch. And he goes, it's just what he needed. I'm thinking like the Lord's telling me like it's time. The tip of the spear. You remember Oprah Time's Up with the double T underlined? Time's Up. Guys, let me tell you something. I've been getting that message so repetitively, so much over and over and over again in so many varieties of ways that it's almost, I almost can't keep track of all the data. It's just too much. The Lord just keeps hammering me with it. Just like the Debbie Harry Blondie video, you know, as loud as a bell in an echoing shell, you know, brrring, brrring, I mean, the whole Blondie video was about its time. The whole Oprah thing and all that, whatever awards they were at, I forgot. The Golden Globe, yeah, time's up. Um, this whole thing in the government with Trump and the secret society within the government. This is all a ruse by Satan, guys. It's all just a master puppet show. It's a puppet show of all puppet shows. But when you are praying to the Lord God and you hear him say, deliver it many times, deliver the tip of the spear video, not just once, but repetitively in different arrangements. And you hear that and you turn the corner, and right after you vocalize to your friend on the phone, that's what I heard the Lord say. And you turn the corner, and all you run into is spear, spear, spears, 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 spears. And then you missed a phone call during that time, and you call back, and the topic of conversation was a spear that's from the Marine Corps, and it says tip of the spear. I mean, that's just insane. That's just beyond insane. So anyway, I'm giving you a testimony now with just the still photos. Tomorrow I'm going to drive back over there where this happened, and I'm going to give you a testimony from that. All right, guys, got to go. Hey, hang on one sec. Hang on one sec.